Hey guys, and welcome to Biscuits Total War. We've got another 3 versus 3 31k rules here. I'm playing alongside my teammate Koda from the Heaven Clan, and we've got Cornovii also playing alongside us. We're teaming up against Diomids from the the Greek clan, and we've got Zerberus playing as the Senate, and then we have got who's this guy? KOSOVA. Now, I think this guy was in the LOH clan. I could be mistaken. I believe that's what Koda said when we were playing against him. So, if we look at our builds, what I've got 5 Praetorian Cav, 1 Legendary First Cohort, and then I've got 14 Urbans. Both Koda and Cornovii have got really strong infantry-based armies. They've both got majority urbans. I believe they've got 17 urbans and 3 Praetorian Cav for both of their armies. So we started off the game. I wanted to avoid playing Diomids because when it comes to Rome versus Pikes or myself versus Dio, I always tend to get my ass kicked. So I wanted to try and avoid him and play one of their Roman teams, because I have a better chance probably at beating them. For some reason, when I go against Diomedes, every time I play him I always lose. Psychologically, I'm not sure what I'm doing, but he always gets the upper hand. He is the better player, of course, so it was interesting playing against him, but once in a while sometimes I might be able to beat him if I got help from another player. But he's an excellent 31k player. Again, I said this before, if you get the chance, give him a game, because he's probably one of the best players out there at the moment to play. So in the meantime, all 6 players were all kind of circling around one another, trying to get into a decent formation. Whilst we're doing this though, we're getting a lot of flank shots from the Greeks or Macedon Cretan archers. So you can see they're taking down a few of Koda's urbans. I'm now going to hold my guys into formation, and hopefully Koda can try and swing around and try and engage into the Macedonian pikes. But you can see there's quite a few urbans that have been shot down from these Cretan archers. Whilst this is all going along, you can see in the back there the Brutii sitting their cav around the back. I have noticed that, but I'm just going to ignore that for the time being. So both Cornovii and Koda have got their forces here to try and take out Zerberus and Macedon. I'm going to use my guys to try and advance forward and try and take out the Brutii. So as you can see, I've got my guys split up into 3 segments. I've got one wing here, my main bulk here, and my little flank attack here. Looks like Macedon is seeing what I'm trying to do, so they're going to move their pikes in to try and stall my guys so I can't get a decent flank. Send my guys in here. I'm going to swing these guys around the side. Now as I do that, I've left my guys vulnerable to these Cretan archers. They're going to be taking some flank shots into my cav as well as my urbans. But I'm hoping if I can just act quickly, I might be able to try and rout and break these Brutii forces. And you can see the Greek player here, he's done a nice little move. He's peeled off 3 of his pikes to pretty much sit his guys right behind the Brutii urbans. It's really to prevent me from doing a cav charge. So he's supporting his teammate there. He has made a bit of an error though, Brutii. He's isolated his general. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and take out his general. My logic is if I can take him out, that's going to affect the morale for the rest of the Brutii troops and make it easier for me to take him out. So I'm going to get my guys into a wedge formation here. Now I am conscious that they've got the Macedonian cav there as well as the Brutii cav, but I'm hoping if I can act quick I might just be able to pour them out in time. So I charge in, I've routed the general. Now at this stage I've made a bit of an error. I'm trying to pull my guys back, but it doesn't work. So I'd send them into these Macedonian cav. These, so hopefully Koda can surround them. But what's going to happen now, Zerberus is now going to send in his cav, as well as Brutii, and as you can see, all my cav is now instantaneously routed. Pretty much all, yep, they're all dead. So I have managed to sacrifice my cav and take out the Brutii general, but in hindsight it was a bit of a blunder. And the next thing that I can see is that the next general unit is here for the Macedonians. I want to try and get my guys around, see if I can try and encircle this guy. But again, I've made another blunder here. My guys have got caught up on these pikes. So what's going to happen now, all of these guys are going to do a nice little hammer and anvil strike onto my urbans, and that's pretty much going to rout the majority of my forces. So I've only got about 3 urbans left. I'm now going to pull them back to support my teammates, players here, but I'm pretty much out of this game. So now that we're down on this flank, the only thing that we can do is pretty much sit tight. We've lost the majority of our cav. We've only really got a few, well, got quite a few infantry units left, but it's going to be tricky for us to have any manoeuvrability, as we've now lost all of our cav elements. So as you can see here, the companion cav of Macedon, they're going to be sweeping around the side with the Praetorian cav of the Senate and the Brutii. We're going to almost make a bit of a noob circle, but with urbans. And whilst this is all going on, we've got the Cretan archers. They're raining fire upon our guys. They're going to be lowering the morale of our forces. My forces, their morale is already pretty weakened, as the majority of their team has already been wiped out or routing, as well as my general unit going. I'm trying to snag up a couple of these Praetorian cav, but they've been pulled out just in time. So it's now pretty much a 3 versus 2. Although we've got 3 players left in our team, my guys are pretty much down to their last couple of urbans. I'm going to charge my guys into these Praetorian cav just to try and get a couple of kills. But Zerberus has seen that and he's now pulled his cav out. So I'm going to send my guys back in. As you can see, I've got a bit of a donut formation going on here. I think our logic was, if we can just sit tight and keep our guys fresh, we might be able to battle our way through these urbans. But as you can see, we've got urbans here right all around us. We're pretty much being encircled. Zerberus is sent through his general unit. I think Koda's trying to catch out that general unit, or send his guys into these pikes. But now that we're getting an encirclement, it's just really a matter of time before the opposition team together and do a combined cav strike to really rout the majority of our army. So you can see I've got 3 urbans left there. It's now down to 2 urbans. One of the guys are now routed. The Julii forces now are starting to crumble. We're still sitting tight here. But in come the companion cav now. They're going to do a pretty devastating hammer and anvil strike upon the back of our guys, as well as the Brutii cav that are coming in. Cornovii, he's throwing in the towel. My guys are routed, and now it's just Koda. And you can see that weight of all those pikes, as well as those cav, we've been wiped out. So that was really well played on behalf of Macedon, Brutii and the Senate. Really well played together. Zerberus is not in a clan, so it's really well played. He played exceptionally well there. Ourself, Koda and Cornovii, unfortunately we never got going. They just took the initiative from the start. I believe my blunder there of my cav getting squashed nearly at the first half of the game pretty much cost my army, and the rest of my guys got sandwiched and routed pretty quickly. So yeah, it shows you if you make those little blunders like I've done there, how devastating it can be for the rest of the game. But really well played. Hope you guys enjoy that. Again, if you haven't seen these videos before, please do check out my other videos on the channel. There's lots of 31k games going on, lots of clan members, some good tactics, some really harsh big battles going on. So you can see it's a crushing defeat. We absolutely got our ass kicked. Well, I got my ass kicked there. I managed to sneak in 738 kills. Koda got in 784. Sadly, Cornovii only got 382. But Zerberus and GREEK-DIOMIDIS got in a whopping 1,100 kills. And lastly but not least, Brutier got in about 900 kills. So really well played on the opposition. Sadly we got our ass absolutely whooped. As you can see, a crushing defeat. You don't often come across those in 31k games. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, all the best. Catch you soon. Bye now.